This bomb will go off in 10 seconds. You're listening to the PipeBomb podcast with James, Nick, Gigi, Josh, Sam, and Tom. Ring the bell. 1.
Let's get this started. Let's get it rolling. Tom, you come when you come, Miss Diva.
Yeah, I know. We'll just let him come in.
I think that's it. That's the queen arriving.
Oh, here he comes. That's gonna be late. Come on, Tom, snap a tit. Let's go.
This little song, bitch.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the PipeBomb podcast. I believe this is episode 56. And everybody, I just want to wish everybody from TPP a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever thing you celebrate. Yeah, but I'm Nick, and today we are joined by several people of the podcast. So, James, come on out first.
Hey, what up? I'm not the only one here. We also have Josh here.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
I think Tom just got in, did he?
Hello?
You little bitch. You had us waiting for you for like 10 minutes. Fashionably late.
Well, the celebrity has to come in last, don't they?
Yeah.
Living on the D list, Tom. How are you?
I was going to swear, but because we're PG, girl. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. Celebrating Christmas. Had personal issues lately, still going through them, but This is about the Divas, so let's roll with it, shall we?
Yes.
We missed you, though.
We did miss you.
I missed all of you, too. Smooches all around.
Before we get into what's been going on, I have a funny story to tell the listeners I thought I'd share.
Oh, sure.
It is wrestling related, too. So, WWE is coming to my city next week. So I've been planning on going. I was talking to one of my friends, and he was letting me, he's like, oh, it's a live show. And he was like, don't buy your ticket now. We'll just go and buy our ticket the day of. And usually house shows don't sell out, so they'll bump us in closer. So we'll pay cheap and get like nice seats for cheaper. So I was like, all right, that sounds like a good plan. Whatever. So we go on with our months, and then the event's coming up. So I send out a mass text to the friends that I gathered to come to the event with me. And they're all coming because of me, because I like to go. And then one of my friends' boyfriend is a wrestling fan, and I just met this boyfriend. So we connected because he was a wrestling fan. So I text them all. I'm like, hey. So everybody is like, no, we're not going. I have to work. This one has to do that. This one this. This one's like, everybody's busy. So I got aggravated with everybody. So I was like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to go alone. I was like, screw all of them. I was like, the next time they have some rave or house show, I ain't going. I was being petty. So I was like, whatever. So
we'll all know you'll go. We all know you'll go.
No, I won't go, Tom. I won't. And they know it. And some of them listen to our shows, and you know it, Diego, you little bitch. So, anyways, I digress. So, I go on about my day, my life. So I'm sitting down, I'm talking to my TPP crew. What I do on the usual, we sit down and we just chat all week about what's been going on in the wrestling world. So we're in there chatting. I was actually talking to Josh last night, like fantasizing about Brad Maddox. And then all of a sudden, I get a text message with 2 pairs of tickets. And I'm like, what? I was like, wait. I get out of a group checks, so I go and I go look. I was like, what the hell is this? And I'll show the screenshot for the listeners to see. And my friend bought me tickets to go see this event. So they were like pulling my leg the whole time, but instead it was a Christmas gift to me. So like, it was so sweet. Nobody's ever done something so nice like that for me. So I don't know, it was so cute and I really appreciate it. But now I feel like I gotta go buy this bitch a present now. So just to show how grateful I am that one of my friends went out of their way and bought me floor seats to a WWE event. Like, that's crazy.
Oh my God, floor seats.
Yes, he went in. I was like, he got money.
He got that jingle coming.
He does.
Got money.
You know what? Buy him a t-shirt when you're in there, though. But, like, that's such a nice present, though. Like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Hot Topic, and I'm going to go buy some wrestling gear to wear to the show, because it's quick. It's at the mall. And I know they have a sale. Buy one, get the other one half off. Yes, I'm going to do that. I don't give a damn. Well, who's going to walk away from a deal? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to give him the other shirt. I'll probably get him a Roman Reigns shirt, because he thinks Roman's hot.
Yeah.
So,
well, he is hot. Let's be real.
Uh-huh. Well, that was my little story. I thought I'd share it with wrestling minds out there listening to us.
Yeah, everybody's so jealous right now.
I know. Be jealous. And be jealous.
Whatever. And you know something? I am jealous because WWE comes to Providence so much. Like, I always see all the commercials. They've been there like 5, 6 times this year. And I'm like, what about me? What about the Canadians, people? Come
What
on.
about you? I'm the one with the tickets. Let me get my Anime Reese. Speaking of Canadians, men buy me cars, $500,000 earrings, and wrestling tickets, bitch. No, but I don't know. I'm so appreciative. Like, I'm just so happy. I can't wait for the show. I cannot wait. So that's
You are going to have to do a TPP vlog.
I am. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be
so
fun.
fun too, really. Like, especially, you know what? What you should do, like what Mitch and I did for the first time, is go out before the show and try to see some of the stars.
You know what? I'm actually off that day. I took the day out, so I can do that. So I plan on doing it.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun.
Well, interesting. When sorry to drop. When I went to the show, I think it was in April. I was going down into the arena.
You were on TV.
I was on TV. I saw the camera crew, and I said to my sister, and I literally shouted, "The effing camera crew's here!" So I hopped up to them and said, I wonder what they were doing. And they said, "Do you want to be on TV?" And I was like, "Yes." So the clip's on my YouTube channel. It's about 3 seconds long, but hey, I can say I've been on WWE TV.
Hey, you have. There was a little logo with a W on it, and Tom's face was all over it. He did that.
That's my claim to fame.
All right, let's get the show rolling.
Yeah, let's start off. Aside from that, though, I just want to do quick little plugs for the channel. Like, TPP Behind the Shade, is there any, like, update on that, James?
I have to re-record my whole thing because remember how I lost my computer and all that nonsense?
Oh, right, yeah.
So, the only thing is now I have to re-record my segment, and then we should be good to go. And I'm the only one I need to edit. It's my stuff.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so do you think that will be out by the end of the year? Or?
I'm pushing for that. That's the goal.
Okay, well, yeah, listeners, stay tuned for that. Other than that, Josh, since you're on here, how is your fan art going?
It's going. I'm planning on doing it. Well, the thing about it is, like, I was really busy studying for a certification, Security Plus, and I got it, so I'm happy about that.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. So right now I'm on leave from my job, so I have time now to work on the fan art. So I plan to get started on that. If not today, then tomorrow.
Oh yeah, well, there's no rush really. Like, I was just wondering because I know it's the holiday season and stuff like that.
Hey,
and we've all been so busy, but like I'm anxious. I want to know which Diva you're doing.
I know. Last week, me, Nick, and Sam were like trying to guess which Diva you're gonna do, and I kind of like the surprise.
Me too.
I was thinking it was Lana.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Naomi.
I forget what Sam said.
I don't think it will be those two.
I think it's gonna be Paige. It's gonna be Paige.
Well,
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait, James.
Who said Charlotte? I think it was Sam. Sam said
Charlotte. It's gonna be Cameron.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. Hey, that girl gave us a retweet on our channel.
Hey, Cameron. I know. Shout out to everybody who's been showing us love on our
Yes, and that's
Twitter
what I was going to go right into is our official Twitter account. Thank you, Tom, by the way, for coming up with that idea.
Excuse me. It was my idea, okay?
Oh?
No, but Tom did.
Excuse me.
I will give Tom some credit. Tom did spark the idea in me because he was talking about doing like some recap of like all the gossip and like quickly get it out there. And I was like, well, the quickest way to quickly get it out there would be Twitter. And I was like, we need something like that. And then Tom took it ahead and took it full steam. And here we are getting retweets from all these superstars and divas.
Oh my God.
See, I'm not just a pretty face.
Yeah, you got some good ideas in there. We've been, like, I just want to say thank you so much. Our official Twitter account is @_RealPipeBomb if you guys haven't followed yet. And yeah, divas like Asuka, Cameron, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Emma, like there's been a lot of girls that have just been liking, retweeting, a lot of the luchadoras, like, oh, it's just been so fun over there. So if you guys have been missing TPP since we've all been really busy, our channel is updated every day, and we have like exclusive gifts, we have Man Crush Mondays, Woman Crush Wednesdays, we have like Tag Team Tuesdays, we have power rankings at the end of the week, we have so much. So like right now, Sam and myself have kind of like taken over there, but Tom jumps in every once in a while, and so it's so much fun. So you guys definitely go there. Crazy? And Gigi is so shady on there as well too. So if you guys miss her, go over there for that. But yeah, aside from that, let's get into their business now.
I just want to say that power ranking is starting to become a serious deal.
It really is.
I really, really like that one.
I think it's brilliant.
I know. Kudos to Sam for that one.
Holla,
Yes, Sam.
Yes.
Good old Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Let's get into it, Nick. Take us
Yes,
away.
let's get into it. So, this week, you know how we've been kind of missing a couple weeks, so we decided, you guys watched all of the stuff. We're not going to recap everything, match per match, episode per episode. Instead, we're going to do something a little different. So each of us have kind of a top 3 moments, matches of the past couple weeks that we've been off, and we're going to talk about it with you guys. So, who wants to start off first? Any takers?
I'll go.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. Who's your number 3?
Okay, my number 3 is it's the Divas Revolution Raw segment where you had Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky debut.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the first beginning of 2015, it was this whole, okay, let's push this one person, let's turn someone heel, and then let's turn those two.
Sorry, Tom. I think you're a little confused.
Go by.
I think we were covering like the past 2 weeks one right now, and then we're gonna do like our wishes for the end of the next.
Okay, so scrap that. Okay.
This bitch.
Okay, perhaps I'm just a pretty face after all. Yeah, I was well getting into my jig then. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
Come on, you can think off your top of the dome, Tom. You're good.
Okay, someone else go first because I need to rethink.
All right, I'll go first. My number 3 choice has to go to Dash Wilder and the other guy's named Dawson. I love these two. I feel like that match with Enzo and Cass was so strong. The crowd was so into it. And Carmella was just fabulous outside, of course. And it was so appropriate for them to go over. Trying to establish a team as hot and fresh as Dash and Dawson. It's just on point. And then their gear, they look like champions when they walked out. And I'm glad that they walked out like champions after that performance that they gave in UK. The finisher was everything. Enzo and Cass, I gotta give kudos to them because they made Dash and Dawson look great in this match. And I'm glad that they walked away as champs, and they deserve to because I can easily see Big Cass and Enzo being called up at any moment now. So it wouldn't make sense to put the titles on them. And not everybody needs a belt on them to be successful. Enzo and Cass are already over. They don't need the belt. Someone like Dash and Dawson do to make them relevant and build them up as characters. So my number 3 goes to them. Huh?
Like Blake and Murphy.
I heard that they're having a new direction. Like, they're getting ready to reset them into a new direction with Alexa Bliss. So I'm excited to see that. And NXT is always on point. They never let us down. So
they have got full of unity.
Unity.
So let's move on to the next number 3. Nick, what's your number 3?
Yeah, my number. Well, first of all, I just wanted to kind of touch base on Dash and Dawson there. Like, I agree with you. In my original prediction, I wanted Big Cass and Enzo to win, just because I feel like they're such an established NXT team, but they've never held the titles. But I do agree, and I am happy that Dash and Dawson still hold the titles because they're like establishing themselves as like the top heel tag team down there. And I love how they really dissect kind of like the wrestlers in there and like their moves, and they're a really good tag team. And I'm really loving tag team wrestling down in NXT. So yeah, I really like that. But aside from that, my number 3 I have this week is from Breaking Ground, and it is actually Dana Brooke's segment. Like, I've been loving Dana Brooke lately, and I'm really liking her inclusion with Breaking Ground and kind of like seeing the real Dana beside her character. Especially since we're sitting here with 2 Dana haters, it's really nice to kind of like see the real her and how driven and passionate she is for this business. So anyway, I'm calling you out.
Well, I'll have my say after, but carry on.
Yes, yeah. Carrying on. I also really liked how she's kind of taking Billie Kay under her wing and kind of like helping her with her physique and kind of like getting in shape and stuff. Because looking at all of the NXT girls, Dana Brooke, she has 18 years of experience as a gymnast. Like, she is so physically fit and like so in her prime. Like, of course she's helping out all these other girls. So it's like, look at her at year and a half on main roster, or sorry, on NXT roster right now. Like, and she's helping all these other girls out. It's just showing how far she's coming. And then going on to that at the very end when it's showing Asuka and kind of like everybody's kind of like scared, and she's saying the divas are all saying she's going to be going up before everybody else, and kind of like spilling some of that tea, which I liked. And her saying that, you know, she hits really stiff, but she wanted to try out and try to kind of go with it. And then ending off the episode with her getting kind of, I don't know if her shoulder dislocated or like what happened with the kind of like the hip thrust. But anyway, I'm just really excited, and I like how Dana's been showcased at Breaking Ground. But yeah, Tom, what do you think?
Okay, so I'm going to go into my number 3 because I've just thought of it. So basically, my number 3 is Dana Brooke as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
carry on.
I might be eating my words here, but at Takeover, when she was in the corner of Emma, when Emma was facing Asuka, there was just something about Dana that made me think, maybe all this time I've just been
a hater.
Shut up. Having someone to actually dislike because there's no one else that I dislike.
You think? You think?
Carry on.
My time.
Carry on.
You have just been zipped, bitches. Anyway, as the king was saying, what was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, so Dana Brooke, she was in the corner. She was cheering at Emma, going, "Yeah, good girl." It was like a real heel, but that wasn't it. Also, it was on Breaking Ground because obviously it is a reality show, but it's also like a behind the scene thing. And I actually got to know how much of a help she wants to be to all these other girls, like helping Billie Kay, and like helping that other blonde chick who I'm assuming is just a friend and not an actual NXT diva.
Yeah,
right? You're right.
Okay, some random hoe. Okay, so then at the end, when it was their whole her and Oscar thing, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not scared of her. I'm going to do whatever it takes." And it just made me actually appreciate her some more. Like I already respected her, like every other person that does wrestling. But there was just something about her that I just had a bit more of appreciation for. And I'm going to leave it there.
That's nice to hear.
It is nice to say, but I don't know.
Well, it's the Christmas holiday, so.
I don't know if you respected her. I feel like you were kind of disrespectful, but I'm going to leave that alone.
Well, just leave that, babe.
But that's okay. I'm glad to hear that you finally seen the light, and you finally woke up from that.
I've not seen the light. I've seen half the light because the clouds are covering half the sun.
We'll get there, though. Like, he's seeing it, James, so just let him have a couple weeks.
All right, but
if they showcase her more on Breaking Ground of all of this, then yeah.
What I gotta say
I think they will, too, but carry on.
I hope they do.
What I gotta say about Dana quickly is the mention that you said about her helping out Billie Kay. It's cool because she finds a connection with a lot of divas in that way because they all look at her, and that's why her and Charlotte became really good friends because they like to work out together because she is disciplined. She knows how to work out. She knows how to keep her body in whichever form she wants it to be in. She knows the formula. So Billie Kay, smart on her for pairing up with somebody like that and try to, up her game. And Dana, like Tom mentioned about her and her performance in London when she was outside, that is a heel character if you haven't seen one. Dana Brooks is all heel. She gets booed instead of cheers, but yet she's respected as an athlete out there. She never gets a chance of you can't wrestle because it's not true. This girl can wrestle. And a lot of people hate that she's so new coming into this game so early in this game, and she's already like picking up the psychology and figuring out her character so quick and understanding how important it is to be vocal and entertain the crowd and letting them know exactly what you are. You're a heel and boomy. So she gets the job done. She goes out there and gets that negative heat, and it's all because of her performance. And that's why I really like Dana Brooks, and she's on the right track, and she's one of my top divas of the year. Like,
which makes you appreciate her even more.
So all kudos to Dana. But Josh, what do you have to say about Dana?
Nothing. I like it.
All right, Josh, what's your number 3?
No, I respect it. Nothing wrong with that. But anyway, my number 3.
Josh is so shady. You got that
Ground.
southern. You got that southern shade. It's too much.
It is salty.
It is. It stings. You got that Future Pox shade. I swear to God. I can't.
Well, my number 3 from Breaking Ground. I want to talk about Tino Samborelli, if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with this guy, for some reason, I see a male version of Eva Marie, but not in a good way.
That's interesting.
Actually, yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so let me finish. So with this guy, of course, he had this great NFL career. So you see his home in Florida. His house is amazing. He has one BMW and I think a Tahoe. I think. Anyway, he concentrates more on the actual look, the appearance of his character than the actual details of what what you need to do to be safe in the ring. I remember on Breaking Ground, Ty Dillinger said, "Hey, guy, you know what? This is your character. You're a specimen because people look at you and they see that you're flawless. He's absolutely gorgeous. Like when I see the guy, he looks like." If you watch, daytime soap operas, he looks like one of those actors. To me, that's what he looks like, a daytime soap opera actor. But I enjoyed seeing his storyline, but at the same time, I want to know more about him because in that business, you really got to humble yourself. And towards the end of the episode on Breaking Ground, he had to realize, he had to go back to, I guess, NXT 101 basic school because he wasn't...
He botched.
He botched up the match between him and Apollo Crews. So that was a big humbling experience for him. So he needs to, learn how to humble yourself. And, you need to learn about the little things that can help keep you and your partner safe in the ring. Instead of just concentrating on, the flashy suits and the cars and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I mean, of course, he earned it through the NFL. And I like the guy. But at the same time, you need to, humble yourself. I mean, just because you look the part. And there's been so many wrestlers that, that came and went because they look the part, but they don't deliver. You know what I'm saying? So I thought his story was really interesting to me.
That's quite a great comparison, actually.
Yeah.
What,
but the thing with Eva Marie... Huh?
Oh, I was just saying, what, between Eva and Tino?
Yeah.
Like the comparison?
The thing with Eva Marie, what I see with her, she definitely, because I don't know how cocky she was before she came in or whatever, but you can see that she humbled herself. She's learning the tricks, the ropes, the ring. She's taking direction from, Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze, if you saw the episode. And it's really great to see that. And, that's my suggestion towards, Sam. I can't pronounce his name. Sam.
Just like Tony. Whatever.
Tino Marie. Call him Tino Marie.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my suggestion towards him. Just learn how to humble yourself.
I don't understand why he gets this comparison to Eva Marie.
I know. I'm not getting it either.
I'm getting it.
Eva never came in like cocky and arrogant. That's just the facade.
I'm not saying she was cocky. Listen. I'm not saying she was cocky. The comparison is that you physically look at Eva Marie, and she physically looks like what the WWE wants. Okay. You look at Tino, he physically looks like what the WWE wants, but they both don't have the skill yet. That's why I'm saying that's the comparison.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But when it comes to him, my thing with him is I feel like his wrestling definitely needs to be worked on because like when they recapped what was going on with him and Apollo in that ring, and it was just so messy and sloppy. It wasn't clean. He wasn't safe. He was being very theatrical when he wasn't supposed to. Like I feel like the crowd oversighted him and kind of shifted him to the goal where to land, hit your spots, and continue on the match being so new instead of being flashy and overselling, thinking you're Shawn Michaels on your first match. Like stop it. But that's why I can see where Albert and them all shaded him on. Like, you need to get it together and just hit your spots. Do what you know. So I think that was great advice that they gave him. But when it comes to him as a character on TV, I honestly think he should just be himself. Because when he was getting his suits, it was hilarious. This is gangsta. Oh, this is gangsta. Look at this watch. This watch is gangsta. Oh, this suit is... These shoes are gangsta. My car is gangsta. Like, he needs to just be himself. That's what they need to do with him. Let him be that cocky tool bag, douchebag. That's what he is. That's what he is.
Oh my god, I don't like him.
He's a meathead. And
I like him.
And they could push him as a... You know who he reminds me of? Like, almost like the Ted DiBiase character. If they could push him on, like, the money. Like, they can actually... Because Ted DiBiase had everything they needed to take that storyline somewhere, but Ted DiBiase didn't have the mic skills. He was so terrible on mic.
He was.
So... When the whole thing with him, and then they paired him up with Mae Reese, and he was over it because he didn't want to be paired up with a diva. Like, he was just so unnecessary.
She gave him life.
Yeah, she's the only interesting thing that ever happened with his solo career besides him being on Legacy. But why are we talking about him? So irrelevant. But anyways, that's the kind of character I feel like they should take him to. But he has a long way to go before we even talk about characters about this, But it is interesting, and I like that they cover somebody like him on Breaking Ground.
Someone new.
I do like that about Breaking Ground, how they're showing signees who we have no idea who they really are, and we haven't seen anything of them, like Aaliyah last week, and Tino.
Lapreet. I love Lapreet. What is?
Oh yeah, Lovepreet.
Yeah, he's my favorite one. I like.
He's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so who wants to go next? Tom, what's your number 2?
Okay, so my number 2 is this whole. Is Charlotte a heel? Is she a babyface? Is she just
she's a
following
heel,
her
baby.
dad? Well, after watching SmackDown, I think she's an actual heel. But the thing I like about this is that they're not taking this down the route of what I expected. I expected them to bring Ric Flair in as a babyface with Charlotte and just be in her corner and just try and get her over, because I don't actually think she was getting over as much as what Sasha was and actually Becky was.
No, she wasn't.
No.
No. So what they've done now is they've had Ric Flair helping Charlotte out, and she's been playing tricks out of his book. And I think Charlotte is going to be this heel/tweener for a little bit, but more on the heel side. And I think it's a great storyline because it's putting Becky right in the front of the Divas title match. Because at the Royal Rumble, I could see it being Charlotte against Becky, which would be very good. But I'm actually liking what route they're taking her down. For me, I think she suits much better as a heel.
Every day. And you know what? I just tie into my number 2. My number 2 was the moment when Charlotte shook the box on the wishing everybody a Merry Christmas on SmackDown. She's like, I don't think my Range Rover would fit. Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I thought that segment was everything. Charlotte on the mic for the past 2 weeks has been on freaking
She stepped
point.
up.
She is everything. This is why this is my girl. And when she came into NXT as a heel, I fell in love with her. And now that she's on the main roster, and I was the one, I don't want her with her dad, because I thought they were going to make her this corny baby face, smiling, wooing what they did when she first came out. And, she wasn't picking up steam, still my girl, but I was not feeling the character. And then what they did what I didn't want, but they made her a heel doing it. So it worked. It clicked. I compromised, and I freaking love it. And I love how on SmackDown, I can't wait to get into SmackDown, when the Team Dad beat up on Becky Lynch and she's just staring down at them with the stained look on her face. Like, she looked over it.
Which is good.
So
because it's
good.
She's actually playing the whole, I will do anything that what it takes to win. I'm a champion. I'm a fighting champion.
She doesn't care about Becky. She doesn't care about Becky. All she cares about,
which is what makes it good. And I honestly do think it's going to be Becky and Charlotte at Royal Rumble.
You know what that segment gave me real quick? When the look on her face was everything. She just looked at, because Charlotte carries herself like a champion. We're flayers. We're champions. Like, I always stick with that quote with her. And she carries herself like a champion. She's on that Women's Fitness magazine. She's the cover girl right now.
Looks flawless. Muscle and Fitness Women.
Oh yeah, whatever. You know what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But the look on her face was just like, she's so above Team Bad beating down poor old Becky Lynch.
Yeah, she's over it.
She was so over it, and it was everything to me. So Charlotte, you have just been a champion, and you have been she has elevated that title so many levels, only holding it for this short amount of time. So kudos to the queen.
Which quickly just makes it go on to it. Like, at the house shows this past weekend, they had Charlotte, Becky, and Brie against Team Bad, which makes me think that next Monday night on Raw, they're going to have Charlotte, Becky, and Brie against Team Bad, and Charlotte's going to either not tag Becky. They're going to do something where it's going to build a lot of tension between them in a match.
I feel like Becky's going to cost a tag team match with them against Team Bad or something, and Charlotte's just going to be over it and beat her down. Because I feel like this storyline with Charlotte going heel, it's like slowly building, and I like that. Like, I really like the slow build. I don't like things happening in an instant. So I like the build tension with her and Becky's not trusting her, and she's doing her own thing. And Becky on commentary on SmackDown was really good too, and talking about how she'll do it her way, and she doesn't agree with Charlotte, and ever since she's hanging out with her father, she's changed. So it's a really good storyline. So I'm liking the progression with those two. But Josh,
I'm actually Sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Josh, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Nikki Bella winning the Diva of the Year award. So,
okay.
Okay, so like of course, everyone is like Team Sasha. Sasha this, Sasha that, legit
Mm-hmm.
boss. I get it. I love Sasha too, but it makes sense that Nikki is the diva of the year. She won the what was it? The PW1 ranking, number one diva or number one
Mm-hmm.
woman
Number
wrestler.
one female wrestler in the world. Yeah.
Exactly. She had the longest reigning Divas Championship reign. If you look at and another thing, you gotta think of like this: what is worth more right now, the Fearless brand or the Legit Boss Bankable brand?
The
You gotta think about
Bellas.
that as far as merchandise. The fact that Nikki's on Total Divas. So right there, she's connecting the wrestling world plus the reality show world. And she did that first before Sasha Banks did, because we see Sasha on Breaking Ground. I adore Sasha Banks, but to me, at the same time, it makes more sense Nikki winning it. And I'm fine with it. And also, I love the speech that she did because when she accepted the award, she gave props to everybody. All the divas, all the women backstage, all the girls down at NXT, all
Yeah,
the
she
women
was
who want to
humble.
be wrestlers. Yeah, exactly. And I love that about it. And of course, I know this past year she was put in the river. She said this. We dragged her. All that aside, at the end of the day, Nikki Bella is a damn good wrestler. We all know it.
Is
She
she?
really is.
Sorry
And
to cut you
then
off,
on top of
Josh.
that,
Oh, sorry to cut you off, but James, is she out of our river yet?
I didn't know if you guys, because I said
I'd
months
like to
ago.
take her out.
I
I
thought we
said,
took her out.
well, no, last time I said we should take her out. And it was like, I think it was me and you, and it was just me and you, Nick. And we were like, oh, we got to wait and see what everybody else says. And I don't think we ever
Oh,
got
okay.
to it. So
I'd like to.
I ever since her retracting her comment on the Divas can't main event, and then she had a new interview and she was saying, yeah, the Divas can main event after seeing Sasha and Bailey do it. So,
God.
but I was just like, okay, but she has improved so much this year. She has been the longest reigning Divas champion, and she was on PWI's on top. What is it, 50 women wrestlers, and she's worked so many days in house shows this year that she honestly deserves to be Diva of the Year.
She does.
But when
She does.
when the comparison with Sasha Banks comes in, it's like, no, to me, Sasha Banks is the wrestler of the year.
Yeah.
So Nikki Bella, you can be the Diva of the Year because she is. She's on the reality show. She's doing this. She's on this interview, that interview, this red carpet, this movie screening, all of this. She's a big star in WWE. But when it comes to as the wrestler of the year, Sasha Banks tops everybody, men and the women. So.
Which makes me think that when Nikki did that speech, I thought, when she comes back, I would actually like to see her as a babyface because I think I'm one of the very few people that actually prefer the Bellas as a face than a heel because of the whole Bella brand situation. Because they come out, they do this whole loser thing, but then they're supposed to be a babyface.
I think
or
that,
a tweet or whatever it's supposed to, or just flip flop whichever one wants to be it.
Sorry to cut you off, Tom, but I think that WWE is in a transition mode right now. They really are. They're like in between, and I feel like with the whole like not knowing where characters are going with the directions, I really think that they're on the verge of just being you're a character, like Josh always says. They're just characters, and that's what WWE needs to go by. It's not establishing the good guy and the bad guy because it's people are not into it. Kayfabe is dead. It is.
See, but the thing is, like, the foundation of wrestling, like,
is
there's certain storylines you kind of
is.
need to have a good guy, good versus
But
evil.
you can't
type of
have
thing.
that. But that's not my thing. I'm not saying like you can't have that anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying I'm tired of this label as you're a heel and the label as you're a babyface. I think it just fans need to just let it go because it looks like the business is trying to let it go. But I feel like it's more of these fans. They get confused because the storylines are not concrete. And that's what they need to work on is
they're not consistent with their character. So I feel like if it was consistent with it, it would make more sense. Because I do understand what you mean, James. Because it's like not like Paige is the anti-diva, she's the loner diva, but like fans still cheer for her. That doesn't mean she's a face. That doesn't mean she's a heel. Like she's just kind of like the loner diva out of the divas division, which is good for her. You know what I mean? So it's
I want to add one more thing.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I want to add one more thing. And Nikki Bella did all this while still being injury prone too,
which makes her good. She deserves all the compliments.
She does deserve it. She deserves it. And
Yeah, I have no complaints with her being Diva of the Year. I only have complained about her outfit choice, though. Ooh.
Oh no,
I
like she
liked
brought
it. You
Oksana
like
back
it?
from the dead.
I know.
I liked it.
I didn't
liked
like
it
it. I'm
I
like,
loved
girl,
it.
I'm sorry. Like, I know Nikki's very, like, sexualized and, like, she's got a great body. Don't get me wrong. Like, you flaunt it, girl. But, like, if you're gonna win a fucking... if you're gonna win an award, it's like, at least make sure your butt cheeks aren't hanging out as you're walking away. Like, I don't know. I just didn't find it appropriate for a Slammy type of outfit. Like, the rest of them are all dressed up. Like, Eden Styles backstage, she was flawless. Like, Lillian, like, she was flawless. But, like, Nikki, makeup was good. I don't know.
I
Like,
think she was
Oksana
going.
kind of...
That's a hair, though.
I see what
That hair was great.
Yeah,
Nikki was going.
She just reminded me of a baby face. But the thing is, like, sorry, James, to cut you off.
Go
When
ahead.
they did the photo shoot, like, there was a lot of fans on Twitter asking Joey Styles, because he's like the WWE.com guy. Oh, where's Nikki's picture? Because everyone else has got one. And when he put the picture up, when he uploaded it
was
to
edited.
WWE.com, Joey Styles, when he put it on the website, the whole like silhouette was all just like Letitia Adams. You couldn't see anything. It was just
they
black.
darkened it. They darkened the mesh tone. So
That's the one.
So-
Perfect words, James. I went all around the bushes.
But the thing is, like, Nikki Bella went for the wow factor. Like, wow, did you see what Nikki Bella was wearing on Raw? And I think that's smart of her to do that for being the top diva, winning something like this. Yeah, all right, people talk about her that she won, and then let's talk about what she was wearing. So very smart on her part, being a reality star, getting people to talk about her. That's what you got to do.
Smart bitches these ladies are. I tell you, smart bitches.
We sat here for a year and a half how the Bellas are so dumb, they need to work on branding themselves. And Nikki Bella's on the right track. And then I was talking to one of the listeners on Twitter, and he was talking about, that is Brie still getting the short end of the stick, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? In the Destiny's Child, there was one Beyonce. And in the Bella Twins, there's one Beyonce, and that's Nikki Bella. Like, I'm sorry. She's
So who's
Beyonce.
Michelle Williams? Alicia Fox?
Hey, it is what it is. I didn't say it. Tom did.
I did.
But I'm just saying, like, Nikki Bella, she's a better athlete. She's a better talker. But no shade to Brie. Brie has picked up her game big time. So I just have to give Brie her little light. And she has my favorite ring gear ever than any diva ever.
She looks cute in that white.
That white is my favorite diva attire in history.
You know what? I said to James, she looks kind of like Speed Racer to me. And that's no shade because I love Speed Racer, but just
it's
the white
cute.
flat is really, really clean to me.
You don't like it?
I think she's finally found the cut that looks good for
Amazing.
her body,
Yep.
and it just looks so good. And I want to see it more colors. Like I want to see it like with blues and pinks and like golds. I just feel like it would be so good.
I don't like the top, but I like the pant. I like the trousers.
Why don't you like the top?
Because at the back of it, it's got this whole like wedding gown, loads of lace and loads of string. I don't like the top. There's just something about it. But the trousers, I love it.
Oh,
Yes,
bye.
I love it from head to toe. It's gorgeous. It's so innovative. It's forward. It's tights. Not many divas wear tights. And I don't know. I just love it. It's my favorite gear ever.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think now that Nikki's not wearing the extensions, do you think Brie should start rocking some extensions or no?
No,
she's a hippie. She's a hippie. That's not her.
True. Okay. Just wondering.
She's all natural.
Wear her down.
Yeah, it really would. Nikki has the boobs, the ass, everything to help carry all that hair.
That's true.
Brie doesn't. Brie
will be like, I can't stand up my hair.
She'll look like cousin it.
My hair is so happy.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to mine. Josh, your number 2 was Nikki Diva of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to my number 2. I'm gonna go back to TLC. Just the moment in the triple threat ladder tag team match. I just thought it was so cool. Kalisto doing the Salito del Sol off the ladder, like onto another ladder.
Oh my god.
That was just brutal. And, like, I love Kalisto. Like, honestly, I feel like WWE should start really establishing him and branding him as, like, the next Rey Mysterio because he's so talented. He's so, like, good for kids as well. The kids love him. So, like, having that moment was kind of, like, his first moment on the main roster. And I'm like, yeah, it's good for you, Kalisto. Like, and he was still wrestling all throughout the week, too. So I'm like, you know what? Like, and he was so safe about it, like, rewatching it a couple times in slow motion. Like, he really protected Jay or Jimmy, whatever one. But it was such a good match, and I'm like, good for you, Kalisto. And I really want to see, like, maybe not the Lucha Dragons hold those titles, but at least down the line have Kalisto hold the title. And it just makes me want to have a cruiserweight division eventually.
I miss the cruiserweights.
I miss the cruiserweight. The cruiserweight division was my favorite thing in the WWE back in the day.
Jr., Dean Malenko,
Tajiri.
Jack Lamore, Crash Holly.
Yes, to Jerry back in the day, like Billy Kidman. Oh my god, like
Jamie Noble. That's all
Jamie Noble,
he's
Spike
the
Dudley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jacqueline.
yeah, good old Jacqueline winning that cruiserweight title. Chavo, like you know what? Like it was so fun, and there's so many like lightweight guys in the division now, like in NXT and the main roster with like Neville, Kalisto. We've got Hideo, Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze. You know, like we could really establish a cruiserweight division. But yeah, good for you, Kalisto. So he was my number 2. But yeah, James, who's your number 1?
Just to
Go right to you.
backtrack, that tag team match was freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that first.
That match was everything. You know what? A lot of people, like, I listened to Stone Cold's podcast and Jim Ross. They called it like a bit of like a spot fest. Like they're just spot after spot. And I even listened to dry ass Vince Russo. Like, oh my god, yes.
Ew, why?
I know. I sat down for like an hour with him and Jim Ross.
Ew, that's an hour wasted of your life.
I just like Jim Ross, but oh my god, he threw some shade to Dixie Carter. But anyways,
What else is new?
I know that I feel so bad for TNA. I'm tired of people bashing them.
I don't.
It's like
I
that's so
don't
rude.
either.
That's like I don't know. I'm just well. Anyways, that match was awesome, and A New Day, the Usos, and the Lucha Dragons. They were all amazing. But my number 1 was Nia Jax versus Bayley. I know a lot of this is not everybody's favorite match or Bayley match or everything, but this match was so different. The pace was so off key. I did not feel like I was watching a WWE product watching Nia Jax versus Bayley. They told a damn story in that freaking ring.
Yeah.
I love the grappling. I love Nia Jax's ring work. She's complete. It was so unexpected, like the way that she how her match went down with Bayley. She whipped Bayley's ass, like, to keep it real. She beat the crap out of Bayley, and
She dragged her.
And Bayley is such a good underdog. She's such a good seller, and she just dug deep, and she had to choke the bitch out. And you know, I love this match. This is a classic match for me. I don't know, Nia Jax. People say that they get what's her name? Karma vibes. Awesome Karma vibes. You know what? She kind of reminds me of Bull McConnell after watching a match like that.
A bit, yeah, I can see that.
Just the atmosphere with the band. Bayley,
Yeah.
oh, I want you to be my girl.
Oh, that crowd. I tell you.
Amazing. They're such sweethearts. And, like, Bayley is just the darling in everybody's eyes. So, and then Nia Jax just to be that monstrous heel. My only nitpick is Nia, honey, I know she listens to this show. She's a big supporter, and we love her to death. So I hope she listens to this. But you gotta stop smiling, boo. I want her to stop smiling. Like, maybe it's not her. Maybe it's the writers backstage that are telling her, yeah, smile, be playful. No, Nia, I don't want you to smile. I want you to be like, yeah, I'm beating your ass, bitch. I'm not like most girls. This is what happens when you're with me. You know, like, that's what I want. But other than that, flawless. Nia Jax is on a good road. That. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, so for me, like, my favorite part, I love Nia Jax's costume. I loved it because it was like she was like a queen / executioner.
Yes,
it was so fucking medieval. It was so medieval and sick. I was like, oh my god, she's a queen / executioner, and the crowd was so haunting. It was so haunting. I don't know if it's their accents or what. It was just so fucking haunting. It was such a story. It was such just an epic, like, you know. And this is no shade to her, but I'm just saying, like, it was like Bayley, you know, trying to slash a dragon or something.
Yeah,
you know,
it
was just so epic. And I am so proud of Nia Jax because it's like I always liked her, but now I really, really, really like her because it's just, I don't know. It was
she proved herself. She really proved herself.
Yeah.
She's a contender.
Actually, do you know who she reminds me of? Do you know who Nia Jax reminds me of?
Go ahead.
I kind of get vibes of, what's her name? Oh, Nia Jax, because she's fucking original.
Oh, there you go. Hey,
hey.
He did it.
You know, I was just going to mention, like, James and I talked about it, like, after watching this match, like, I love Nia, and I love Bayley, and I was just kind of expecting kind of a different style of match my first time around. So, like, my first opinions on it, I was like, it was okay. This ending was kind of slower for me. I like quicker endings. But, like, I rewatched it a second time since James was bitching, yes. And I kind of, like, I watched it from a story standpoint. And, it, like, I do agree. It had a great story of, like, the ultimate underdog versus the the big monster diva, and it was just really cool, and like the crowd was really into it, and I feel like the crowd distracted me the first time round, and that's why I couldn't really focus.
That's what it was, Nick.
My only nitpick I can say is Nia is so new, so I'm not gonna say anything else, but there was just a moment where I could hear them kind of spot calling during the choking moments, but aside from that, like such a good job, and like for Nia being how many matches has she had on NXT? 5 matches going into NXT London and producing a match like that with Bayley, like hands down, that's great.
That just goes to show, Nick. That just goes to show how much faith and trust they have in her, and that also goes to show how much work she's actually put into it. Like, yeah, it was her first big match, and it was like the biggest pay-per-view that NXT's ever put on. But I think she's shown herself, and she proved herself to be one of the girls that we have to look out for in 2016.
Oh my gosh, she has a great future down in NXT, for sure.
I liked her since her debut.
You know what else was interesting is that promo that they showed before the match, and they showed all the competitors that came after Bayley with the title. So
yeah,
really
Alexa and Eva.
Yeah, and Sasha Banks, and then it showed how Nia came about, and it was just so good. It just showed how Bayley just keeps fighting people who keep stepping up to her, like she doesn't step down. So I want to give kudos to Bayley again, and Bayley just made her look amazing. And Bayley, she's another one on a fast track to like just being a damn superstar. She's on freaking fire. That girl never fails. She never fails. I really, really like Bayley. She's come a long way with that character of hers. And I'm all here for Bayley, and I'm here for her as the women's champion. And how do we feel about her putting Nia away and still running off, Nia eating her first defeat? I think it was appropriate.
It was a clever way of doing it. Because, for me, I was expecting a roll-up, which I cannot stand with these whole David versus Goliath matches, but I think this was the only way without having Nia actually being knocked out. Like, she got knocked out in some sense, but I think this was the most cleverest way to end it. She got choked out, girl. This was the most cleverest way to end it.
All right, who's next with their number one?
I have a question.
Oh, sure.
Okay, during that match, what was that one move Bayley was doing? Because it looked like she was doing Hell's Gate or something.
It's a guillotine.
The guillotine, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was Hell's Gate or something like that.
You know what? I think it's actually called, because my brother used to put me in this all the time, the Go-Go Plata. Like, it's like a submission thing for UFC, and it's kind of like your arm choking yourself out with the legs and stuff, and that's what it kind of looked like. And then she got her in the guillotine, like, to end the choke, but, like, when she had the legs wrapped around her, I was like, oh, God, she's got her in the Go-Go Plata.
It sounds like a stripper's move.
A Go-Go Platter. That sounds like something you order at, like, Chili's.
Not platter, plata.
Oh, okay.
Potato, same thing.
I know, right, Tom?
Anyway, yeah, so, Tom, what's your number one?
Okay, so I had a bit of a toss-up between Nia Jax and Bayley or Emma and Asuka. So I went for the one that I actually thought impressed me the most. Like, obviously Nia and Bayley was brilliant.
Yeah.
But my number one was Emma versus Asuka. I thought
match.
it was a flawless match. Like, going into it, the match wasn't billed as one of these like top matches. Like, you had Nia versus Bayley and then Finn versus Samoa Joe. That's why, because it was irrelevant. So anyway, but
hey, it was a good match.
It was a great match.
No, Samoa Joe. But obviously, like, watching it live, like, I can say it was the best match, hands down, of the night. Both women have great chemistry with each other, and Asuka, she is so good at getting the crowd involved and pumped up. And Emma, well, let me tell you this. Beginning of the year, I thought Emma was going to be, like, released halfway through the year. But she, since going back down to NXT, not only that, since being in this feud with Asuka, has kicked it up.
Since being paired up with Dana. Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it real, yeah. But still, when she came out, she had the whole sunglasses, she had new gear, she was perfect with her little, like, do. Oh, perfect, on cue. And this is the real Emma that I like. The aggressive heel, not bitchy, because there's a big difference between aggressiveness and bitchiness. She is aggressive. And this match, like Asuka, we have only seen the surface of what she can actually do. Like, for me,
true.
I can't wait to see her against Nia Jax. But the match, oh my God, it was the opening match. The fans loved it. They were behind. Asuka, not so much Emma, but Dana, like, give her props. On the corner, on the outside, screaming at Emma. Perfect match. Can't say anything else because I'll go on about it all
I
night
think I
long.
thought it was a fun match. I love the pairing of the two. I feel like the build up for this match was so perfect, and they hit it out of the park. The pitch was everything, and they hit a home run. And
What
Dana
analogy.
Dana Brooks standing out there with her hands on that freaking apron, cussing out Asuka, telling Emma, stay on her.
She's like, good girl.
And then when she passed over the belt, trying to cheat like a freaking heel does. And Emma goes for it, and that kick to the freaking head. Oh
my God.
I thought her head was going to come off. The finish was everything. The match was superb. I give this match an A+. Like, there was no flaws at all. The only reason why I hold Nia and Bailey on a high standard is because the title was on the line. It was the women's title.
Yeah,
right.
But other than that, this match was just as great.
I mean, the reason why I thought this match was best match of the night because it surprised me that much. Because, like I said, it wasn't like a top build match, and like not a lot of storyline went into it. It was just the whole Dana and Emma against Asuka thing and trying to one up each other.
Well, they had a lot of good like backstage promos and build up with this match, though. Like regardless, like compared to like main roster stuff, like they really had kind of like at least a story going in. But continue.
I meant compared to like other matches of the night, like Apollo and Boring Corbin had this whole I'm going to get the aggressive side out of you. The main event obviously is about friendship. The women's title match was about the women's championship.
I feel like they had a big storyline. This feud has been going on since Asuka debuted.
Yeah.
So no, I mean Emma and Asuka, not Dana.
She's involved with Dana. That's the point you're missing.
But sorry, James. But the thing is though, since Emma and Asuka have been feuding going into this match, Emma has killed it 100%.
Oh yeah, she stepped it up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like the whole beatdown when Dana was supposed to. They set her up when Dana's gonna have a match with her, and then Emma came out of the crowd and beat her up.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they've done so many things to
they tried to distract her, and then she knocked out that other girl.
Yeah, like it's been a lot. But Josh, what do you think about Dana versus Asuka?
It was good.
I mean, Emma, not
Dana. It was a good match.
You don't want to delegate in Asuka?
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I think Emma really. I think it's really good that Emma came down to NXT because I think it was like 2 years ago she was on the main roster and she was with Santino Morelli and she had that fucking pink snake. That was such an epic fail.
Oh, that was a mess.
So I'm glad they brought it back down to NXT. Because she's underrated, I think. I really think Emma is really underrated. We automatically want to praise, Paige, the Four Horsewomen, but Emma's so underrated. And I think I think that Asuka, thank God for Asuka, because she brings the best out of you. Because Asuka is going to turn your ass into a pretzel in that ring. She really is.
Can you imagine when she's a heel?
I
said, Josh, I said, could you imagine if Asuka's a heel? My God.
I don't know. I feel like she doesn't need to be a heel. It's like she's just scary.
I love her. Yeah. Think about with Asuka. I said this before. She has the ability to be so freaking cute, kawaii, like terrifying at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bad bitch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say kind of like going into that. My number one was actually Emma versus Asuka as well. Like, I just thought the match, to finally open up NXT TakeOver, having that match, it just really set the tone for the rest of the show. It's like, oh my God, these women, yes, we know they have amazing wrestling experience in their past, but NXT as a product going in, have so much faith with these women. And Asuka, seeing her on kind of a larger level with a larger crowd was just so cool. And their chemistry was so good. And Dana too. I loved Dana on the outside. She was just so involved. I loved her outfit. She looked hot. It was so good. Everything about this match, I really enjoyed Emma's move sets, kind of on Asuka as well. Because originally I just thought it was going to be kind of a beatdown, but I knew from the beginning this was going to be a good match. But they blew it out of the water, especially.
I didn't realize how good of a match it would be.
Oh my God, it was so good. Especially the finish too, and with Dana and Emma incorporating the belt, and they're yeah, we're gonna get her, and like Asuka just like rips it out, and like I loved Dana trying to scurry into the ring and like try to get around the ref, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Get out of here!" And she's like, "What? I didn't do anything." And then like the big heel kick just to knock her out in the end was just amazing. So it's like I'm really excited to see Asuka kind of mix it up now with Nia Jax. Now that we got that tease from Takeover too, so I'm really hoping at the tapings, because like I don't like look at any spoilers. I hope that that's kind of the direction that they're going.
Did they already have the tapings?
I think they did. Yeah,
they did it before Takeover.
Oh, good. I avoided everything.
Me too.
I didn't even know it was going on until the day after, so I've not read anything either.
And it's on tonight, so I'm excited to see what they have.
Does anybody? Did we all say our number ones? Did
What'd you say, James?
Did we all do our number ones?
Oh no, Josh has his number one now.
Okay, yeah. Before I do my number one, I just want to say one more thing. With that match with Asuka and Emma, like it was so great and so good. For me, I was so disappointed when Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin came out. I was so disappointed. Even in Apollo Crews, I was so disappointed because I was ready for Apollo Crews to be more energetic and fly and do crazy moves, but he kind of fell flat. I mean,
that was the worst match of the
night.
Like, they didn't botch, but it was just the worst match of the night.
But look
my least favorite.
He was working with Baron Corbin, and they're trying to establish him. But the thing with him is he needs to work on his character more than his ring moves, because I feel like he could.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one who thought that. Like,
no, he just smiles.
I'm watching BG. I'm thinking, this guy. I don't care what Baron Corbin does. Like, he acts like he's such a badass and all this other shit. I'm like,
he's such a dick.
But that's like, what he should be on TV.
Don't be a hard stone religious gem. You know, seriously. You know.
You know what he really needs to do? Like, whenever he gets his kind of character down packed and, like, when he gets up to the main roster, he needs to be paired with Paige. Like, he needs somebody else because him by himself is just not cutting it for me. And Paige needs something else, too, so I feel like that would be a good pairing.
Paige needs a superstar. She needs to work with a superstar to really elevate her.
And I think her and Baron are friends anyway, so it'd be kind of a good mix-up. But, like, who knows? She'll maybe end up hooking up with him. Ooh.
All right. I am so over this Paige slanderism that's been going on in the chats. But we're not going to bring it up. But Josh, what's your number one?
Okay, my number one is on SmackDown. The moment when, you have Becky Lynch on commentary, saying that, she wants to establish her own self and win matches on her own merit. I really like that. And I like the fact that they are trying to establish Becky Lynch as like a person of integrity, a person that you want to look up to, a person that you see doing the right thing. Because out of all the divas right now, as a character, she's the most, I guess you could say, babyface or whatever. Because you have Team Bad, and they're being pranksters and be obnoxious and all that stuff. And then of course you have Charlotte being shady and just sneaky and underhanded. So you have Becky Lynch out right now being that good girl. So I like that. And personally, in 2016, I wouldn't mind Becky Lynch being the main babyface of the Divas division. I'm for that because I really do like Becky Lynch.
She has all the tools. She has all the tools. She has the mic skills. She has the ring work. She has all the tools for it.
Yeah, see, I don't think she will.
Okay, let me finish real quick. So I'm looking at Becky Lynch, and to me, like, I can see little girls look up to her because she's not the typical, girly girl or whatever. She's the type of girl you can look up to. And you see a girl that's very beautiful, very attractive, but at the same time, she's choosing her own destiny. She's like, in a way, when I see Becky Lynch, I just see a person that's just up for adventure, doing the right thing, having fun, and being successful. That's what I see when I see her. I can see a lot of young kids look up to that. So when we go into 2016 and whatever happens after, the Royal Rumble or after WrestleMania, I really want Becky Lynch to be the main. I would be happy to see her as the main babyface diva. If they don't turn Sasha Banks face, if they keep Sasha heel or whatever, or they still keep Team Bad or whatever, if we're going to choose a girl to be the main babyface diva of the main So I'll pick Becky Lynch. So
I like that idea, but that whole segment with Becky Lynch on commentary, what took me over is I like everything that you said about her, but what really got me is when Team Bad's music hit and they came out jiving and dancing with the red cups, feeling nice. Naomi was everything. She came out two-stepping. Sasha's over there doing the shoulder hop.
I love Tamina wearing the old grandma jacket.
She was just in the back going, "Hey guys, I'm here." Hello.
Looking like a mom.
Tamina was the key of the whole thing. Like, I couldn't stop with Tamina. And when Naomi walked over, just poured the drink over Tamina, over Becky Lynch's head, and then
I think it was eggnog too.
It was eggnog. It was everything. And then she got spared and taken down. It was a good beatdown. And then at the end, Tamina looks at the camera on the stage, and she looks dead at the camera. And she's like, "Unity." Tamina was the key.
See, I like how they've been allowed to have more personality.
So smart.
They remind me of like a female New Day, which is what I hope. Well, I like them going as.
It was so smart. That whole segment was fresh. It was so fresh. It was so different. It was current. Like, Sasha comes out dressed up as Fupa from Frozen. Like, whatever his name is. Is it Fupa? Olaf? Whatever. Why did I call it Fupa? But it was
I don't think that's what a Fupa is.
I know. Fupa is like the fat over your pussy, right?
Yeah.
I heard that on Basketball Wives, so I blame Basketball Wives.
I think Sunny may have something like that.
Oh,
ew, no.
Okay, tried it.
But what do you guys think about Team Bad coming out and giving that beat down to Becky Lynch? What do you think, Nick?
Oh my god, I love Team Bad. Like, I've been loving Team Bad ever since, and like I'm liking this slow build, but just kind of keeping them still in the picture, like
Fun.
Even though they're not in the title picture, but just kind of like giving them character. Like that's the thing. That's what I wanted with them is like having them backstage segments and like incorporated them with New Day, and they did that a couple weeks ago. I want them to do a little bit more with New Day, but like down the line, I'm really liking all of these characters, and it's like finally we're seeing a lot of personality from Tamina, and it's like it's great.
It's like Grandma Bledsoe.
Oh my god, she's so good with that crew. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I wish Tamina wasn't part of it. Maybe they could switch with someone else." But it's like Tamina makes that crew. Like her singing, her caroling at TLC was amazing too. So it's like I'm loving Team Bad. So.
Well, do you know what? Like 3 things quickly. Like Tamina reminds me of Kofi of New Day. He needed New Day to show his personality and charisma. Tamina needed Team Bad to show her charismatic. The second thing, what was the same? Oh yeah, I'm glad they're actually using Sasha's music now for Team Bad to come out because the crowd absolutely love her, so they're obviously going to react more.
Yeah, it was more fitting. The introduction when they came out to interrupt was the
my favorite music.
I love that. It was fun. I don't know. Team Bad was just so much fun. So much.
Well,
fun.
this whole segment, like, it just goes to show that creative at times do have unity.
SmackDown's been doing good as of late. So it's like fun. I'll give them their props. Like.
Yeah, I'm so over Raw.
Oh, me
them
too.
Just staring into monitors.
What's Raw?
I was like, if I catch Team Bad I tweeted that last night before SmackDown. I was like, if Team Bad has another backstage screening viewing, I'm turning off my television. Like, I'm not watching it.
And they did.
No,
could you seriously imagine like flying over thousands of miles to go somewhere, to go to a TV tape and to be told you're just going to stand in front of a TV?
It's annoying.
That's like, what a waste of my time.
Hey, that was the Divas division from 2009 to 12.
Yeah, but let's forget about that because that's non-existent to me.
Good God. But anyways, that is our top 3 kind of moments for the past 3 weeks. We kind of 2 weeks, we kind of covered a lot of it, everything. But before we go, I just want to do one more thing. Each of us have one more wish for 2016 for WWE. Christmas wish. So,
just one wish?
Yeah, a little wish.
All right.
So, Tom, I'll start with you. What's your Christmas wish for 2016 that you want in WWE / NXT?
Okay, I thought I was going to have 3 wishes, but okay. Because,
well,
like, we're whatever.
Yeah, but we're just doing
one. You're not a Flair, Tom. Shut up.
Oh my God, piss off. Okay, so my number 1 would be for a Divas Championship match to be at WrestleMania and serve purpose. I.e., have a storyline, have build-up, have character progression. I'm probably saying this right now, we're going into Mania, we're going to get like a random Diva tag. But I'm praying and I'm thinking it is going to involve Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte, and the combination of that.
Okay.
That is my wish.
That's a good wish. All right, Josh,
now, rub my lamp.
Do you have any wishes for 2016 that you want to see in WWE?
My wish is hopefully Lana will redeem herself with the company. and go to back up her spot and become a babyface again.
Yeah, become that top bitch again, Lana. Come on.
That's another. I wish we could get into it. We don't have the time today, guys. Sorry, but that Lana and Rusev storyline, I'll get into it in the next show. I just can't.
Yeah, I know.
My wish would be,
and it can also include NXT too, people. Just letting you know.
Damn.
Do you need time? Because I have my wish ready.
Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. This may come as a shocker, but my wish is for Eva Marie to just continue her growth in 2016 and establish her character more in NXT and kind of become the top heel in NXT alongside with Nia. Like, I feel like she has shown so much, and seeing her on Breaking Ground and like with Sami Zayn and like others helping her out, and like she's really giving her all, people. So like, cut this girl some slack. She's got the look down. Like, she's like the golden goose right now of NXT. So I feel like a couple more months, 2016, the end of the year, like I feel like she may be back on the main roster. We'll see. But yeah, that's my wish for 2016. Just like more time for Eva to just kind of grow.
Okay, my wish is
to come back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I know that would be so obvious. Everybody knows I want that to happen. But actually I don't. I kind of want him to go to Lucha or maybe ROH or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, my wish for 2016 would be a WrestleMania match, a one-on-one match with Sasha Banks and Charlotte. That would be my match. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. They
Any
deserve
stipulation?
It could be whatever, as long as it's a one-on-one match. I'm happy.
Okay.
And the title's on the line, and there's story, and it means something. So that's my one little wish. So WWE, you don't even gotta give me a stipulation. Just give me the two divas and the belt on the line and a storyline, and I'm good.
And you know what? Put the other divas in another match.
Yeah,
too.
the Bella Twins can beat up to other people, because I know the Bella Twins will be on some spot on WrestleMania. So give the Bella Twins the second diva match. They deserve it too. These girls put in work too. So I would give it to Bella Twins and Paige. Mix it up with maybe Paige and Becky against the Bella Twins.
Or throw in like a number one contender diva battle royal or something. Because like girls like Naomi deserve it on there too, and like they deserve to be on there.
I would actually have Naomi do a run-in. I would have Naomi and Tamina do run-ins in this match with Sasha and Charlotte.
Okay, I have one more wish though.
What?
Oh, you get one more wish? Okay.
Just one more. I think everyone will like this one.
Okay.
I pray for WrestleMania, no matches, no anything involving Big Show, Mark Henry, or Kane.
Yeah.
Or celebrities.
Or celebrities.
Please.
That's what I want. No Big Show, no Mark Henry, no Kane, and no celebrities.
No
WrestleMania 32.
None of that. We good.
We good.
Unity.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to our show. This is going to be our last show before Christmas, and then we'll probably get out one more before the New Year, maybe, depending. But Tom, thanks for joining us again. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Where can people follow you on social media if they want to chat with you and shade you?
Okay, so you can follow me at, well, actually, it's not Self-Success01 anymore.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not. You can follow me at _knocks you out. That is KNOXOUTYOU.
Oh, look at Tom trying to get that follow.
Oh, and to all of the listeners, thank you very much for this whole year. And to quote Alicia Fox, have a foxy holiday.
Alrighty. And Josh, where can people find you on social media? And any final thoughts before we peace out?
You can find me on Twitter. My handler is at Josh Tech Soldier. You can also find me on Instagram. My handler is at Josh Tech Soldier. And my final thoughts is that, like I said before, my last and final wish is to have no Mark Henry, no Big Show, no Kane, and no celebrities for WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble. So,
unless your name is Ronda Rousey.
Exactly. Yeah, that's her. She gets a pass.
Preach, Josh, preach. And James, where can people find you on social media if they want to chat with you?
You can follow me at Jimmy James, JAYMES.
Perfect. And guys, I just wanted to thank all the listeners and happy holidays, like Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating. Like TPP wishes you the best. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at you can find me at Prince PipeBomb. You can find me on Instagram at Prince PipeBomb, Tumblr at Prince PipeBomb, and like I mentioned earlier, if you haven't followed our official account, you can find us at _Real PipeBomb. And aside from that, I think that's about it.
Don't you dare be sour and clap.
For your 4-time tag team champion.
And feel the power.
And feel the power.
It's
TPP. It's TPP. Yes, it is.
TPP rocks. TPP rocks.
TPP. TPP.
Twerk.
Yeah.